Is your conscience you? Decoding Jaynes' mind. Opening scene. The inner voice. You're second guessing a choice, and an inner voice whispers, "Was that right?" Where does it come from? I'm Brent, a licensed clinical social worker in California, and welcome back to BCK Solve Puzzles. Today we're exploring Julian Jaynes' bold 1976 theory that our conscience, which is your internal sense of right and wrong, shaped by moral reflection and societal norms, isn't innate, but a cultural creation. We'll unpack its roots with tools to shape it. Hit like, subscribe, and let's dive in. A tribal tale, voices of the past. Imagine Taro, a Bronze Age farmer, hearing a commanding voice from a god, urging him to share food during a drought. Julian Jaynes' bicameral mind theory says early humans, before 1000 BCE, had brains split in function. The right hemisphere produced auditory hallucinations, perceived as divine or authoritative voices that guided behavior, especially in stressful situations. These voices, often from gods or ancestors, were not moral in a modern sense, but provided direct commands for action. Like a proxy for decision making, guiding rituals, or settling disputes. Without consciousness, your awareness of yourself and the world, including thoughts, feelings, and an internal narrative to reflect and plan. Tarot followed these voices, not a moral conscience. Today, a gut reaction, an instinctive emotional response, often driven by the amygdala, that feels immediate and automatic, like a snap judgment under stress, might echo that ancient wiring, such as snapping at a coworker when you're overwhelmed. Psychology, the birth of conscience. Jane argues conscience emerged when the bicameral mind broke down around 1000 BCE, as social complexity, writing, and language unified the brain. This birthed consciousness, letting us reflect internally. Conscience, your sense, which is your sense of right and wrong, became society's voice internalized. Like guilt over a social media white lie, your prefrontal cortex, handling reflection, supports this. Unlike bicameral voices from the amygdala, which is a small almond-shaped brain region that processes emotions like fear, anger, and stress, triggering quick instinctive reactions. Jane cites the Iliad, an ancient Greek epic poem by Homer from around 800 BCE, depicting heroic actions driven by external forces like gods, with little inner reflection, versus the Odyssey, where Odysseus, its hero, shows early self-reflection, planning and questioning his choices. Critics call Jane's theory speculative, lacking direct brain evidence, but it suggests conscience shapes how we judge ourselves, like feeling bad for skipping a friend's call. Culture, conscience today. Our culture molds conscience through norms and language. Social media amplifies it. Guilt over a post reflects society's rules. Workplaces push, do the right thing, shaping your inner voice. In Tarot's worlds, God spoke, today's conscience is your self-talk, built from metaphors like seeing yourself, but it can mislead, like harsh self-judgment after a work mistake. Jane's theory, though debated, suggests conscience isn't fixed. It's a story we can reshape with CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, a practical therapy approach that helps you identify and change unhelpful thought patterns to improve mental health and decision making. Here are some tools to shape your conscience. How do you tune your inner voice? Try these. Notice the voice. Spot when conscience speaks, like guilt over a work choice, and ask, is this mine or society's? Journaling helps, as my clients do. Reframe with CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Go ahead and challenge harsh self-talk like I'm wrong with I'm growing. This aligns conscience with clarity. Reflect mindfully. Pause. Focus on your breath for a minute to calm the inner voice and gain perspective. These LCSW backed tools help you shape your conscience, fostering wiser choices as well as self compassion. Now for the closing tale. Craft your voice. Taro's divine voice is guided his tribe, but today, your conscience is yours to craft. You're not Taro. You can shape your inner voice. Have you ever questioned your conscience? If you have, go ahead and share in the comments below. And go ahead and like this video, subscribe for more mind-bending insights, and hit the bell for updates. Next, we'll explore another brain puzzle. Stay tuned, stay curious, stay reflective, and I'll see you soon.